So this video, I decided to do something from the class yesterday. So we were discussing about Women's International or World Day, or you could say Women's History Month. And so every year, like most organizations, they have a theme. And this year's theme was about their moving forward and accelerating that, moving forward to improve, their, what they're doing or trying to accomplish. And one of them was, and it's really it's vision. And it's like to have vision or to envision, right? So I was going to tell you the difference on that. So vision is you can see, or how is my vision? This is to see, and then this would be vision. That is to see something in reality. Now, then we have the concept of I have a vision, or I envision something, or even I had a dream. But or imagination, right? So there's those little subtle differences. So when you can say, oh, last night I dreamt, and it goes up, and it's like, when you have the cartoons and you've got someone is thinking something and it's got the little dots with the little bubble. So think of that. Or then so I had a dream, and then you tell them about the dream. Or you can say, oh, or just imagine, or if, right, or imagination. And it kind of goes along with creativity, if you're creative or if you're imaginative, right? So that's those little subtle differences. So you could say, oh, I have all these different, ideas. Let's see, I have an idea, which actually is supposed to go up here, but most people kind of go lower just because it's easier. I have all these ideas, right? Or can you imagine, blah, blah, blah. So, but to envision something, or I have a vision, that's usually groups or people that want to do something really big. So here's a small little thing that they want, it starts out, and then it envisions, it grows. I have this vision. And so for Women's International Day or Women's History Month, they can envision, because I was telling them yesterday that we cannot imagine that there was, years ago, women didn't drive. They just didn't drive. So, there were some women that drove, but most of the women, and they were still giving driving lessons to women in the 60s. So, anyway, but it's hard to imagine that now, right? So, anyway, I can pop it up on my screen. So here's like if you want to envision something. Oh, I envision. I can see it now. That how are you going to either maybe decorate or have your your yard, and I did it very English, your yard, your garden, it's like, oh, I can envision it. So I have these little rows here, and then I have the furniture right here in the middle, and then as you sit, you can look around and enjoy it. Do you see that difference? Instead of saying I have an idea or imagine, but it's an envision, which is something bigger. So those are concepts, right? It's like, oh, I had an idea. I think I want to do blah, blah, blah. But it's just an idea, right? But when you envision it, it means that you can see it in your mind's eye. So it's not, I have this vision. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's in context, the way that you do it and what the difference is. So we can see it. How is my vision? I'm going to the eye doctor today and check on my vision. I have an idea. Oh, can you imagine that? Oh, they're so imaginative, right? Oh, I have this idea. I can envision and then you set it up what you're envisioning because you're seeing it. And regardless of whether you're an artist or a decorator or something like that you want to accomplish something big, like for example the richest people in the world, they envision like maybe a video game, or you can say video game, however you want to do that, because this is a controller, right? Or a controller. So you can do it that way, or you can say a video game if someone doesn't understand or you don't know the sign that they use. So and so you can envision building it. I want to have ... You're envisioning that. Or I want to build a house, and this is how I see it, right? This is how I vision it. I want to have a sunken living room, right? That's old-fashioned. Anyway, but maybe people still like that. Or I envision, a cook's kitchen. Or I can envision this beautiful bathroom, because people are now, they're renovating. Remember we did improve, but this is to renovate. You're kind of going up like that, because you're improving it, but it's just a different way of doing it for renovation. They renovate their bathrooms and their kitchens so they can envision it, and you have to have that envision to be able to draw it, on your blueprint plans, and then either build it yourself or have someone build it, but they need to be able to see your vision. How's that? So I hope you get the concepts and how it's different. They can be kind of muddled over. And if you say, oh, I have this idea, I want to have blah, 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 but to have a vision. And when I was working in a kindergarten class and the teacher would tell the story, so it's like once upon a time, a long time ago, and then you tell the story, and then you end it, right? So this is to envision, and then you've got this made up story, and then you close it out, right? The end. And they lived happily ever after, and it closes, right? To envision and to close it out. So anyway, there's a little bit differences, and it's more in depth, which is what I like. Some people think that sign language is just on the surface, but you can have deep thoughts and deep conversations if you do the right concept. So don't get discouraged or thinking, oh my gosh, I'll never learn this. You can, and then as you progress, then you will learn more, and it will, and then you'll continue to go up and go up and go up. So anyway, enjoy and practice with your hearing or your deaf friends, or videotape yourself, but have voices off, and then you can see the differences. I'll see you later. Bye.